sa pagbabago. Sawa na ang bayan ko sa magnanakaw na tao.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Mag-aahon sa piling mo, di ko mawawala ang korupsyon. Tayo na, Pilipinas, tayo na magbago. Hawak kamay tayo.
This is your order of office. May corona ako. Sandali lang, ha. Can you raise your right hands and repeat after me? I state your name. Having been elected, appointed, do hereby solemnly swear that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of my present position and all, and preserve and defend the Constitution and bylaws of the organization. To carry out the best of my ability its lofty purposes and objectives, and promote and enhance its interest. And I hereby impose this obligation upon myself voluntarily, without mental reservation or purpose of evasion. So help me God.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. May we now invite the President for his message.
In events like this, the President is always, please sit down. Beg your indulgence for a few minutes. I want to deliver not a speech, but rather sana talk with you. But the problem is, every time I do it, I ramble onto so many things, and my speech becomes an hour, then mamainis na siya sa akin. So, pero may mga bagay sana ako. And you know what? And these are the things that are sa ating bayan, especially yung mga may ko sa mga ibang networks, but people walang yung mahinakit ko lang, but I will just maybe read the what's prepared dito. Babasahin ko, nakakahiya naman sa mga babaeng gumawa nito. Hindi naman ito akin talaga eh. I mean, if you really want me, you have to allow me to talk extemporaneous. And I will, pero mahirap ngayon. I think it's not time. But we can have coffee if you want, and really, dwell into my heart and malaman ninyo. At palagay ko, alam na rin ninyo. Presidential Communications Operations Secretary Jose Roberto Martin Andanar, Senator Bongo, Board of Trustees and Standards Authority Directors and members of the 2020 Kapisanan ng mga Broadcasters ng Pilipinas, mga kababayan. I am pleased to join the media professionals of this country's broadcasting industry today for the induction of the Board of Trustees and officers of the Kapisanan ng mga Broadcasters ng Pilipinas or KBP. This occasion reaffirms the important role of broadcast media in shaping the nation's progress throughout responsible dissemination of news and information to our people. Throughout history, we have seen how mass media in the Philippines has shown its vital role in promoting and awareness on various social issues, disseminating critical information and mobilizing for public action in times of natural disasters and calamities, and ensuring accountability in government and other social institutions. I commend the KBP for its commitment to elevate the standards of broadcasting, help promote positive social change, help disseminate information on our development efforts, and foster business practices within your industry and the stakeholders. Be assured that this administration will uphold the equal protection of rights and your safety in the performance of duties. Let me magsegue ako dito. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, we in government are really in a fishbowl. And we are, or we should not begrudge anything that is publicized or brought out in public in your desire to perform your duties. Ang sinasabi ko lang, marami talaga ang korupsyon. I had a talk with somebody foreigner. Sabi niya, corruption still is very prevalent and pernicious in our country. Alam ninyo, if there is one thing that's pulling us down ever since na nakita natin there was this flowering of Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, they are all in good hands and there is always transparency sa kanilang ginagawa. So, I challenge you today because limitado na ang ano ko eh. I'm 2 years. I can only do so much. You know, I fire almost 2-3 directors every day, or those who cannot be fired because they have the eligibilities and their career certificates. We assign here to Malacanang or to someone. Ang kataluwa, wala talagang katapusan ang, believe me, in every office dito sa bansa na ito that has thing to do with an authority or discretion, that table from one table to another is corruption. Kaya lahat hirap. If you have papers, application, clearances, and they sit on it, and then you go back and forth, and you have to deal with corruption. Ako na ang nagsasabi sa inyo na ang Pilipino kasi is not assertive. All you have to do to help government is just to say, putang ina mo, nagbabayad ako ng buwis, bakit mo pa ako hinihingian? At sampalin mo. Baski sino, wag kayong ang ina. Dumating lang yan sa mga pisto nila siguro, political appointments. Huwag kayong matakot to confront graft on its face. Corruption ang harap-harapan mo. Kasi kung hindi nyo gawin yan, wala talaga mangyari. In 2 years, I'm leaving. So what have I done? Well, undersecretaries, mga directors, there was one lady I fired, and sabi nila to their estimate, she must have gathered billions. And ganito ang mahirap itong mga tao na hindi mo kilala during the campaign. Kilala na a family of walang ginawa kung hindi magdikit sa mga politiko. They do not run for public office. Didikit lang yan at maging mga operator. Kilala ninyo yan sila. Kaya ang gusto kong, when you deal with a person in government and you do not like the way you are being treated, all you have to do, sabihin ninyo sa mga tao, is just to get the number of the office or what, yung pangalan, at meron naman kaming 888, and they can post it there, and I assure you there is no libel there. It is, if it is addressed to me, then that is in the performance of duty. Sabihin lang ninyo ito si Director, ang transaction is inuupuan yung papel kasi may hingi. Outright. Alam mo kung mangyari yan, mas we can tone down corruption considerably. But the problem again is yung mga tao matakot. Sabihin nila, pag wala na ako, baka sila ang risbakan. Sa totoo lang, nandito yung mga tao sa nananampal talaga ako ng empleyado. There was an undersecretary. Sinipa ako talaga. Literally dito. Yung, ayaw ko na. Yung iba na mahilig sa pera, pinapakain ko talaga ng pera. Pero wala rin. Talagang literally sinusubo ko yung ganon pa rin. Passing commission, wala namang trabaho. Saka yung sa FDA. Yung mga ganon na report to the public because you owe it to the republic to inform them. Ako, ang aking hinihingi is simply the truth. If the truth will destroy me, so be it. Huwag kayong mag-isip-isip pa kung ano. If the truth will masisira ako. That's the price of being in public service. But I assure you, it could be something else except money. Kaya, dito sa administrasyon ko, wala akong papel na transaction sa gobyerno na dumadaan sa opisina. MRT, kung anong plano nila dyan, natapos na lang yan. Walang papel ng negosyo na pinipirmahan. Wala. Those papers are not allowed. Ayaw ko. Ayaw ko kasi pag gusto kong bumira, pira talaga. Now, you might not agree with me. I don't accept that. Hindi naman tayo magkaisang isip eh. But yung election, sinabi ko lang, I was in a hurry because of no money. You have to save time. Pero hindi naman ako. I'm not trying to dramatize it. But ganito yan. Sabi ko, corruption, drugs. Sabi ko, then I will allow protect businessmen. Yan. Tapos yung agriculture talaga sana. Kaya naman. That's the poorest link sa ating yan. Yun ang inulit-ulit ko talaga. Drugs. Wala akong sinabi. Ito, prangkahan to. Human rights. And for all, nasabi ko talaga, if you destroy my country, I will really kill you. Make no mistake about it. Pagka sinira mo ang bayan ko, papatayin talaga kita. Ngayon, if you want a good narrative, yan. Ngayon, sabi, yung namatay doon, I don't know, but I said, if you destroy my country, I will kill you. Let them worry about their death because I have to protect. My sworn duty is not to protect the people who are into drugs. My sworn duty is to protect the people and preserve the Republic of the Philippines. Yan ang trabaho. Kaya magsabi sila magpatayan, pero huwag kayong initially yung patayan, sila yun. Sila yung mga generals na pinagtatadtad na nila yung para hindi malata. Yung marami dyan mga runner, sila na yung naglinis. Yung mga generals, pati yung ninja cops. And they are still around but I are reduced to about 4 na lang. And they will all die because may kasalanan sila sa bayan. Yan ang Ngayon, kung hindi ko sila maabutan, pag hindi na ako mayor, babaralin ko pa rin sila pag nakita ko. Same. Whether I'm president or ordinary, pag nakita tayo at alam ko galit ka sa akin dahil sa droga, ay magbabarilan talaga tayo. Yan ang punto niya. Ngayon, alam mo kasi itong mga putang inang human rights, they are just worried about a dead carcass there. They do not even know kung talagang pinatayan ng police o ano. Basta pag may well, of course, there are exceptions. Pero karamihan yung nangamatay dyan, pag walang sabihin nila, extrajudicial killing. Ako, I will admit na yung sa police, has a semblance of truth. I go by government records. Kung sinabi, Duterte, ang napatay natin, 5,000, so be it. We admit it, 5,000. Pero wag naman yung 70,000 ko. Saan ko ilibing yan? Hindi lang pagpatay ang libing ang problema kung saan ko ilagay. Yung sumusobra. Kaya ito ngayon, sabi ko, graft and corruption. Sabi ko na sa inyo noon pa na ang korupsyon na sa itaas. Diyan, yung mga BIR, mga collector of course, mga konti lang yan. Sabi ko, sa taas, niluluto, tax exemption ng donut, tax exemption ng reduce from 4 billion to 8 million. Pero wala, ginawa talaga. Ngayon, itong sabi ko, itong ibang talagang babayad sila. Because you have been looking for where's the big fish? Saan yung hinahanap namin ng big fish? Oh, I'm giving you Ayala and Pangilinan. They are the big fish. Tignan ninyo ang kontrata. May isang former senator ang sabi, wala man raw siya nakita na mali. You know, because he is an asshole. He just want to be fashionable on the other side. Kaya paano makorek natin yan? How can the Ayalas and the Pangilinan now compensate yung bill sa tubig? Tingnan mo, meron dyan enhancement. Ano yung enhancement? Water treatment facility. They were collecting that fee in 1957 until now. Until now, walang sige pa rin kolekta, wala pa rin yung water treatment. Not the clean, potable water that we envision when they enter the business. Tapos yung, kaya gusto kong malayo to eh. Kaya lang kailangan ko rin, I'm pressed for time. So I have to produce water for you. Gusto ko lang malaman itong mga abogado ng Republic na ang kanilang corporate tax will be passed on to the consumer. Ang corporate income tax nila, ibibigay na sa consumers. Pagdating na ang consumers naman, i-deduct doon yan kasi pang house, water bill. Adi wala rin ang gobyerno. At saka yung magbayad tayo kung sila malugi. That is why nung una 3 billion it was the increase was suspended because the right to increase is solely given to them. Kanila yan, wala tayong pakialam. And in that act, pagbigay nila, we lost the sovereignty. Because in that contract, if you have a copy of that contract, it says, for purposes of interpreting this contract, water shall be a commodity. It's our natural resource. Hindi mo pwedeng i-commodity lang. Yan ang sabi ko na, yan ang masakit sa akin. Kaya paano ito arigluhin? You can, parang ano man kayo, you echo the sentiment. Paano ko ito arigluhin? How can I now proceed with a new contract acceptable to them with the entry of new businessmen? Okay yan. Paano yung ginawa ninyo? It is a contract with the infused with the entry of new businessmen. It is the same contract. That is really a copy of the anti-graft law. Kung ano yung nasa anti-graft law, nandyan sa tayo na ang magbayad kung malugi sila if we do not act. Itong regulator, if he will not act to give the approval of the increase sa rates, we pay for the so many months that they don't earn. So, how much? We paid 3 million. Sa panahon ko dumating, ayun ko siguro pinutol kasi taxes, but not me. Pinutol yung INF, piniligilan yung rates. Pataas. So, I was billed 7 billion for the lost civil bill. Saan ka nakakita ng ganitong negosyo na ito? Kaya sabi ko nung nakita ko, sinabi ni Secretary sa Finance, we owe them 7 billion. Saan ni bullshit? Sabihin mo sa kanila, hindi ako babayad. Ikukulong ko pa sila. Totoo, ikukulong ko talaga. Lahat violation ng contract. But I have to include the government lawyer to do that. Now, kung sino yung nagturo sa mga abogado sa gobyerno, kasi ngayon, yung maliliit na lang nagsabi na, na-retired naman kami, gano'n. But sino nagplano niyan? Ang nagplano niyan, mga abogado. Ang nagplano niyan, malaking opisina na law firm. They are the only ones who could do that. Government lawyers would never attempt even to. And ang gusto ko lang malaman, bakit ginawa ito ng mga putang ina. That is why until now, I do not want to face them. Baka masampal ko talaga. Hindi ako matapang, pero pilitin ko lang sarili ko magtapang-tapangan sa ginawa mo. Binaboy mo ang bayan ko. That's the sad part. In October 2016, I signed Administrative Order Number 1, which created the Presidential Task Force on Media Security. Wala mo na ako nakita yung malaking yung mga pitche. Alam mo kung bakit? Yung mag-ECDC, mag-atake dito, bawiin na naman, ayaw magpadagdag. Kaya sa mga probinsya yan, ganon. Paghingi, member ng media, sige magbigay, police, bigay, media, bigay. Tapos kung magpa-increase, hindi na kaya, hindi na nabigyan na. Wala man nagpapatayan dyan sa yung higher profile na critique about government. Wala akong nakitang newsman na gano'n. Yung nasa mga sugal. It is worth noting that in December last year, the Quezon City Regional Trial Court Branch 221, after 10 years, promulgated the decision of the Maguindanao massacre, where 32 media workers were killed. The decision found 31 of the accused, including the principal suspects, guilty of the 57 counts of murder and sentenced them to prison perpetua for up to 40 years imprisonment. Alam mo, this is because until now, outside Manila, the government is still feudal. Kaya, pag anong sabihin ng amo nila, gawa. Paski yung mga, alam mo sa probinsya yung mga pulis, ang mga pulis na re-recruit doon, yung mga tao ng mga politiko. Pagkatapos naging pulis yun, kukunin nila. So, he becomes a warlord. Ganon ang reality. That is the reality of our times. Ngayon, kung anuhin mo lang, medyo strictuhin mo lang ng konti. Hindi ko naman pinagyayabang, pero at least we were able to tame it a little bit, and there's a equal temperature in Mindanao. But in wala yun. Ano yan eh, pinasok ta ng IS, tapos given the such a decision which is currently under appeal was considered as an unprecedented accomplishment in the history of the worldwide campaign against impunity. Well, if it is on appeal, there is no finality in it, and it does not really change the color of the environment doon. Kasi nga, lahat ka, basta politiko ka, ganito yan eh. Kung politiko ka, barangay captain ka, mayor ka, pag ikaw ang na-elected, mayor tubig namin, mayor ang daan namin, mayor ang doktor namin, mayor ang eskwelahan namin. So talaga magpunta doon, becomes a feudal system. We are matagal pa tayo sa ating environment. In some places medyo but Mindanao malayo pa tayo, and in some places such a decision is currently under appeal. As we ensure your safety and protection, I trust that the Philippine media will continue to stand by the principles of truth, responsibility, fairness, even as you ask to redefine and strengthen your relevance in the rapidly changing chains of information. While our Constitution upholds the freedom of the press, the function of broadcast is a privilege granted by government. It is imbued with the best interest of the nation and our people. We will not tolerate any abuse of the privilege. To the new Board of Trustees and officers of the KBP, I invite you to lead the Philippine broadcasting industry with a stronger dedication of your shared task of nation building. I trust that you will use the power of media to inform, entertain, educate, persuade, and to promote the welfare of the people. Together, let us work towards a stronger and a brighter future for all Filipinos. Sinasabi ko nga, malayo pa tayo. Unless we stop corruption. Madali lang man eh. Alam niyo, I'm sure that you know this. Ngayon ng BIR. Ano ba ang problema ng BIR? I-gross mo. If you go gross, wala nang corruption. Ano pa matignan nilang resibo? If you really, if Congress is really sincere in stopping corruption sa BIR o saan, i-gross mo. So wala na maglapit na patay na ang mga examiner niya kasi wala namang deduction. Gross eh. Resibo lang. Kung gusto niyo talaga na tapos yung for so many things, but I can only do within my, ang akin lang is itong sa, I don't know if you'll agree with me, I am not sure, but for you really who understand what I am expressing, hindi yung pinipilit, wag ninyo itong bitawan. Huwag na itong bitawan itong sa water because maraming it's not we need water. So naroon ka sa deep blue sea kung saan ka kasi kailangan natin ng tubig. So somehow you must come up with a compromise there. Pero ang akin lang is wag ninyong bitawan itong pangyayari ito because I am sure as a former prosecuting lawyer, graft and corruption ito. Sigurado ako. Iganin mo just by agreeing that the water will not be treated as a natural resource, it is already a serious crime against sovereignty. At kung yung i-kolekta nila since 1957, trillion na yan. So where is the money of the people? Trillion na yan. Nasaan na ang pera ng tao? Of course, may bagong mga negosyante. They will infuse, I do not know for what reason. Well, I am ready, not me, but yung economic managers ko na lang. I refuse to talk to them. Pero if I do not make it to the finish line, kindly remember my words. Huwag ninyong bitawan ito kasi dugo ito ng Pilipino. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for your message. We shall now proceed with the photo-taking opportunity with the President. May we now invite the newly elected Board of Trustees and appointed Standards Authority Directors of Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas to please proceed on stage. Thank you very